My name is Hala, a woman from Damascus who moved months ago to the city of Latakia after being accepted at a new job in an architectural office. I had grown tired of the noise of the capital and wanted a quieter place. A fresh start. I rented an apartment in an old building on the outskirts of the city. When I entered for the first time, I felt an unusual quietness. Not a comforting quiet, but a quietness that warns you of something unseen. Especially that long hallway. The one where the lights turn off by themselves every single night on the third day. An elderly woman named Hadir, who lived directly across from me, knocked on my door. She seemed kind, but there was a deep worry in her eyes that I couldn't understand. She said in a trembling voice, "My daughter, if you hear footsteps at night, do not open the door." "No one in this building walks after 1 o'clock in the morning," I asked. "Then who walks at night?" She looked toward the long hallway and whispered, "A shadow. We all see it, but it doesn't belong to anyone." I smiled politely, thinking it was just the superstition of a lonely old woman. I regretted that smile later. At 1:50 a.m. the hallway light suddenly went out. I thought it was just a coincidence, but then I heard it. Slow, heavy footsteps, dragging something across the floor, footsteps approaching my door. I was alone, and the sound of my heartbeat was louder than the steps. I leaned down to look through the small gap under the door. I saw nothing, but I saw a shadow pass, stopping right in front of my door. Then I heard a whisper so close it felt like it was inside my ear. "Open." I told myself, this is just exhaustion. Imagination. If only I had listened to that exhaustion, it would have saved me. The next day, while cleaning the bathroom, I noticed a strange word written on the mirror in faint fog-like marks: "Don't stay." I wiped it away. It disappeared. I convinced myself it must have been old stains appearing with steam. But hours later, another line appeared: "He knows you're alone." Something in my chest tightened. This was no coincidence. I went to Hadir and asked, "Who is he? Who is this shadow?" She sat down slowly, placing her hands in her lap. Then she said, 10 years ago, a man named Munir lived here. He was withdrawn. People said he talked to his own shadow, and one night, he committed suicide in the hallway." I whispered in horror. "What about his shadow?" She replied, "His shadow did not die with him." I installed a small camera outside my door that night at 10 a.m. I heard the footsteps again. When I reviewed the footage, I saw the door shaking, the sound of something being dragged. A faint, chilling whisper, but the camera captured no human figure, only a shadow. A shadow moving with no body. At one moment, the camera suddenly tilted upward, as if something invisible had yanked it, and then it fell. On Friday night, just before 2 a.m., the hallway lights went out again. I knew this was it. The footsteps started. Then the dragging sound. Then silence. A folded note slid from under my door. My hands trembled as I picked it up. It was an old piece of paper with one sentence: "Don't run. He's behind you." I turned instantly. There, in the corner of the hallway, I saw him, a tall, distorted shadow, shaped like a human but without a body, a shadow that walked, tilting its head as if studying me. It moved toward me slowly, deliberately, and I knew escaping was wiser than understanding. I grabbed my keys and fled the building completely. I left the building behind and returned to Damascus. I believed the curse stayed there, but 2 weeks ago, in my new home, the hallway lights flickered off. Then I heard the same footsteps, the same dragging sound, and on the mirror, a message appeared: "I'm with you now. And if you ever see a shadow moving in a dark hallway, remember it might not be yours."